In the far reaches of the Arctic Circle, winter is not merely cold, it is relentlessly hostile. Temperatures regularly plunge to 40 degrees below zero, winds cut through exposed skin in seconds, and survival depends on more than strength or endurance. In this environment, if you stay outside, you'll freeze. By remaining outdoors without shelter, it can be fatal in minutes. And yet, for thousands of years, people have lived, traveled, and thrived here using a structure that seems, at first glance, completely illogical: a house built from snow. This is the frozen paradox of the igloo, a shelter made of frozen water that protects against freezing to death. Air first, not ice. To understand how an igloo works, we must first discard a powerful misconception. Igloos are not made of ice. They are made of compacted snow, and this distinction is critical. Ice is dense and solid, which allows heat to pass through it easily. In fact, ice is a poor insulator. Snow, however, behaves very differently. Fresh, compacted snow is made up of roughly 90 to 95% trapped air. These microscopic air pockets are the true secret behind the igloo's warmth. Air is one of nature's best insulators when it is trapped and unable to circulate. This is the same principle behind modern winter jackets, foam insulation, and even double-pane windows. Snow crystals lock air in place, preventing heat from escaping quickly. When the Inuit shape blocks of snow and stack them into a dome, they are not building an ice shelter. They are constructing a thick, breathable thermal barrier that slows heat loss in every direction. The walls of an igloo function much like a massive, curved-down jacket wrapped around its occupants. But insulation alone does not create warmth. An empty igloo is still bitterly cold. For the system to work, there must be a source of heat inside. That source is the human body itself. Every person constantly radiates warmth even while sitting still. In the open Arctic air, that heat disappears almost instantly. Inside an igloo, however, it is captured. The snow walls reflect and retain body heat, allowing the interior temperature to rise gradually over time. Traditionally, this effect is enhanced with a kulik, a small stone oil lamp fueled by seal oil. The flame produced by this lamp is modest, barely more than a flicker. Yet combined with body heat, it is remarkably effective. In many cases, the interior of an igloo can reach temperatures around 60 degrees Fahrenheit, even when the outside air is colder than -40. That is a temperature difference of nearly 100 degrees, achieved without electricity, metal, or modern heating systems. Only careful design and an understanding of natural physics. The igloo's shape is just as important as its materials. The dome is not chosen for aesthetics alone. A curved structure distributes heat evenly and resists strong winds, while also minimizing surface area through which heat can escape. But one of the most ingenious features lies at ground level. The entrance to an igloo is almost always built as a low tunnel that dips below the height of the living space. This design takes advantage of the way air behaves. Cold air is dense and heavy, so it sinks. Warm air is lighter and rises. As cold air enters the igloo, it flows downward into the entrance tunnel and becomes trapped there. The warmer air remains in the main chamber, unable to escape. Sleeping platforms are raised above the floor for this exact reason, positioning occupants in the warmest air pocket near the top of the dome. Over time, the igloo becomes even more efficient. As body heat warms the interior, the inner surface of the snow walls begins to melt slightly. This moisture then refreezes into a thin layer of ice. Rather than making the shelter colder, this process strengthens it. The ice seals tiny gaps between snow blocks, making the igloo airtight and windproof. What begins as soft snow gradually transforms into a solid, durable shell capable of withstanding powerful Arctic storms. This self-sealing process is one of the most remarkable aspects of igloo design. The shelter adapts to its environment automatically, growing stronger the longer it is used. In a landscape where materials are scarce and conditions are unforgiving, the igloo becomes a living structure, shaped, reinforced, and maintained by the very heat it is designed to preserve. The igloo is not a primitive solution born of desperation. It is the result of generations of observation, experimentation, and refinement. By understanding how snow traps air, how heat moves, and how cold behaves, Arctic builders transformed their harshest enemy into their greatest ally. The igloo stands as a powerful reminder that survival is not always about overpowering nature. Sometimes, it is about listening to it and learning how to let physics do the work. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Have you built an igloo before? Would you consider staying in one? Let me know in the comments.